Okay, go.
3, 2, 1. Episode 2. Alright! Welcome back everyone to our podcast 2SM and 1LBG. So welcome to our second episode. So our second episode, right? I won't say it's like, okay lah, I would just say it's a bit of a controversial topic, but you know, it's good. Let's talk about it. So our second episode, the topic is why Singaporeans currently in this current time like to choose foreigners as a partner. So let's get on with it. Okay, my point of view. Okay, let's start with me lah. You know, I'm dating a foreigner. She's not from Singapore. She's from Jakarta, and I really love her a lot, and I want to marry her. I'm not saying that the locals in Singapore is bad, but I think my jodoh is not with a local, but with someone from overseas. Okay? So don't take it the wrong way. I still love local people, but not in a way where I want to spend the rest of my years with them, you see? So yeah, that's my point of view. I'm not too sure how my cousins think about it. So I want to hear from both Abang Qhai and Abang Boy. Any one of you, please start it off. Please start it off. Oh yeah, Abang. One thing, Abang Boy is also dating a foreigner. So yeah, let's listen to him first.
Okay. Okay, for me, I got no qualms in terms of whoever I'm dating lah. I am not that fussy, but apparently, I think what makes me or how I ended up dating foreigner as compared to locals is because when I studied in MDIS in my university, I ended up dating with a lot of other girls inside school as well, in college.
But knowing your history, right, bro? It's not only you date other people from other races or other nationality, you know. You also got date Singaporeans, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, thanks for... I was about to segue into that direction. Okay, my longest relationship was 5 years with a local girl, who is also my bandmate.
Mm-hmm. And he thought it was his soulmate, you know, back like to in episode 1. So he thought it was his soulmate.
And that's where my thoughts of soulmate distorted. I can never regain that kind of perspective anymore.
Understand.
Okay, yeah, but for me, personally, I find that dating, the concept of dating in itself, and not even foreigners or locals, I just explained this. I find dating is always the same, no matter whether it's local or whether it's foreigner.
Okay.
It's the part where I feel that it's different. It's the different type of culture you're putting yourself into. And for me personally, yeah, I would say that I love my own race, of course. I would love to date. I mean, I love Singaporeans, of course, and I've dated a couple of Singaporeans when I was younger. But when I'm dating foreigners, I find that it's very interesting to learn about their culture. And I think that what is interesting, you know, because you're trying to understand the differences between their culture and our culture. And it's nice to actually share our culture with them and they do with us. But that's aside, also, I think, to be honest, my own perspective, dating is just a concept.
Okay.
Whether it's local or foreigners, it's just a terminology. I always got this problem. A terminology used to describe a situation that you are in with a person.
Okay.
So no matter whether it's foreigners, local, or some other people from some other religious background, it's still the same. The rules, the what do you call it? Uncalled rules
still apply.
Unofficial rules still apply. Yeah. So I got no qualms, you know. Yeah.
You got no difference lah.
No difference. Yeah, no preferences.
Yeah. Then we can ask Abang Qhai because he's married to a local. So, yeah, let's listen to Abang Qhai.
Honestly, I've never dated a foreigner.
That's true.
I've dated someone from the other race, from a Chinese girl before when I was like in teenager, but they're all Singaporeans.
So, he's a local lover. Local lover, okay?
I won't say that I'm a local lover.
LL sure?
But I would say that there was never really a chance for me to get to know foreign people or foreign girls.
Understand.
No MRS yet.
MIC lama.
Then again, MRC is only local
Local
channels.
also. Oh my god. Overseas. But you had friends who are foreigners, right?
I have friends who are foreigners, but most of them are also met through man also.
Oh, okay. Understand.
Yeah. I mean, I do have friends who are foreigners, maybe in the scene, in the metal scene, music scene. There are other people
Like that lah,
who are foreigners as well. But then, it's just friends. It's not. It's most of
Nothing
them,
more than that lah.
yeah, because most of them guys.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Soulmate.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I never had really a chance to date.
But if you do had a chance, right, what would you think is different between dating a foreigner and dating a local? What is the difference you think for you?
That's your opinion.
The thing is, I don't know because I never experienced dating a foreigner. Because then, in that kind of sense, right? I have no idea what's the difference.
Okay lah, that's fair lah. That's fair lah because you never dated someone and then you wouldn't know also.
Yeah.
Like if I were to date someone who is a foreigner, how different it is from dating a local and a foreigner.
Yeah, I mean, in my view, it could be where the difference of cultures clash. Yeah, but then you're learning about other cultures.
Yeah, that's true lah. You're learning about other cultures lah.
Yeah,
So
that's where I think most of the communication or the interaction comes in. Also.
that's true. But for me, I think if we were to date a foreigner who is not in Singapore, I guess the challenges that comes with it is also present where you are doing long distance relationship. And if it's a near Southeast Asia country, it'd be okay. Like, okay, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam or whatever. That would be easy because the flights are not expensive. The flight is not long, you see. But if you were to date someone who is like so far away, right? Shit, how do you...
You know something? This thing just came into my mind, right? I actually dated one foreigner.
You see? You had something.
But it was never a meetup thing. It was only long distance or through chat only.
Okay.
Because she was from US. And yeah, we only communicated through chat, nothing else. And it doesn't really feel like a proper relationship. Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
Because it doesn't blossom into something.
Yeah. Because
more
only
than that.
chatting.
Yeah.
That point of time, in that point of time, we never really got into the whole video chat thing.
Okay, I understand. It's just more of like just chatting on MSN or whatever lah. I think during that time, Skype wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
Or Google Meet or whatever lah. So I guess chatting like that, it's more of a pen pal lah, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah. So, the question is, by the way guys, I need to tell you all, disclaimer, this is our own opinion, our own point of view. Please do not scold us or whatever. Everyone has their own opinion. So just listen. Either you want to listen or don't want to listen, it's up to you. But just take it with a pinch of salt. So let's go back to this topic, to the topic. Why do Singaporeans choose foreigners as a partner? Because to me, I saw back then, people, girls, initially females, Singaporean females, they like guys who are not local. They either go for the very exotic, like Ang Mo, Ang Mo, okay. To me, I think female choose more to Ang Mo. While the male, to me, choose more of the Southeast Asian type of female, like from Thailand, Vietnam, I don't know, I think Myanmar, Indonesia, Malaysia. So, what makes you think they choose them rather than the locals?
Okay. I think that is a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
But before we go into that, I would like to backtrack a bit.
Okay.
Okay, the part where you talk about long distance relationship. Strike. Actually, strike is a quote of me. I've been in a long distance relationship with 3 other females prior.
I know one of them.
Prior to the current relationship I have.
Okay.
So my first long distance girlfriend was in Kazakhstan.
Was it Katrina?
Was a Kandak. Diana. Yeah.
Diana boro-boro bebe.
Okay. So I dated Diana for like about 9 months. Then she went back to her country. It was LDR. Wasn't easy.
Of course.
And back then, you don't have Skype. Skype is not accessible at all.
It wasn't really out yet lah.
Yeah, so you have what you call like MSN chat, and that's how you interact with her. And WhatsApp, and not the WhatsApp video with like what you have right now. Okay,
Purely text, right?
purely text.
Yeah.
Very minimal. So fast forward, we broke off right after she went back, and then I dated Katrina.
Katrina.
This Ukrainian. So I dated her for close to a year. But then she moved to Australia. Then we kind of call it off lah.
Yeah lah.
Right? Because she wanted to go finish her studies and I was about to start my career. And then I have a short stint with an Indonesian girl, which I don't share with any of you.
Yep.
So
Basketball you.
because it's very short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's less than 6 months.
Oh.
Then-
Do we know her?
You guys don't know her.
Yeah.
So she's MDIS woman also lah, from my college. But then she went back to Jogja and she didn't return back. So I think before she fly back, I already broke off with her lah. So this. And now I'm dating my current girlfriend who is a Korean. And she's behind the camera right now.
So don't angry just now all pass
Yeah.
Past life. Okay, Luna.
At some point in the relationship, we were in very long distance, like 9 months into long distance, but it's not easy because there's lots of imaginary processes. Meaning to say, if you are in a long distance relationship, you have to have a digital dating kind of schedule.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So today, for example, what you want to do? I want to go and drink some coffee. Okay, let's drink some coffee. But both is at a different cafe. She will be at one local cafe in Korea. I'll be at one Starbucks.
I'm sorry, but a bit weird lah. But yeah,
It's
that's
good.
how it is lah.
Yeah, but
that's true lah. Yeah lah, that's how it is lah.
But then you will be putting your laptop here. Then you'll be Skyping with her. How's your coffee? Nice. It feels like a date, but it feels like if you watch the movie Her, you would understand.
digital thing lah.
Yeah. So, but it's a real person that you're talking to. It's not ChatGPT kind of person. It's a real deal. But then that's how you actually keep the relationship alive. But also there's a lot of misunderstanding. I think misunderstanding, trying to resolve a misunderstanding from 4,382 kilometers away. It's not
yeah,
easy.
man. That's all easy, yeah.
Did you count the Indonesia?
Google.
Google is your friend lah. Everyone listen to that.
Wait. Just to make sure. Korea, distance to Singapore.
See lah. The net. You see lah. You see what?
Now say, it's 4,564 kilometers. It's 4,564 kilometers. Okay, guys. I wrong. I sorry. Yeah. So, okay, now come to answer your question. What's
Yes. Why did you choose a foreigner as a partner?
Why?
Because, yeah.
Why? Okay, it was accidental. As we all know, it's for her case, when it comes to her, it started off with. Okay, let's go back to Kazakhstan one.
Okay, wait, guys. So, if you want foreigner, right?
We have to go back there.
Okay, then we start with you.
If you want foreigner, right? You know which school to go to? Please enroll to NBIS. and then join the like mass comm. Wow, confirm your girlfriend all foreigner one. Trust me.
Okay. Let's just start with my current girlfriend lah. So the reason why I decided to go with her is also was by accidental. Somebody, my cousin here, you introduced me this app called Meow.
Another thing, this Meow Chat right back then right, he was introduced to me by another cousin called Ifan. He was using it to chat up girls from overseas, and then he intro me and I intro him back then at Clarke Quay.
And he intro me.
Oh my gosh, yeah. At Clarke Quay, he matched with the current girlfriend Nuna here, and then they matched, and then it's just like that, like things happen.
Yeah, and that was like what few years ago lah, 10 years ago probably.
It's not a few years ago, bro. A decade ago, more than decade ago,
Yeah. So basically, that's how I get to know her through this app. It again is by accidental, and before that I was dating a Chinese lady, a local Singaporean Chinese lady, and we broke off.
I will say the word.
You guys know the story lah. Let's not make it public. I don't want to kena sue. Okay, so we dated a local Chinese lady. I dated a local Chinese lady and didn't turn out well. We broke off. I was taking a break. I used this app. Then suddenly I ended up with her. The point here again, like I mentioned earlier, it's not that I choose my partner. It's just that if it happens, it happens. You know, if you end up dating a person, you date that person. Yeah, but if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. It can be a local girl juga.
Yeah.
You know, what if the meow cat decided to just jump around Singapore and I end up with my cheat daughter?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
I not know.
Yeah, so then again, I'm not saying that we should depend on algorithm or AI, but if that's your jodoh, that's your jodoh, kan?
Yeah, that's true.
For me right now, I don't know whether this is my jodoh, but this is considered fate at that point of time until today. So let's see how it goes from there lah.
Okay. Okay. So for Abang Qhai, you have friends who dated foreigners, right? Or
Have friends who dated foreigners, right? Or
have they settled down with foreigners?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think, in your point of view, your friends, settling down with a foreigner or dating a foreigner, what do they say to you? Confirm you go ask, like you meet them, like why are you date?
Okay, this is the thing. Me as a person, I don't like to dig into my friends, relatives, relationships, in that way.
Yeah.
I only will know if they tell me.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So I never really ask them, why are you dating foreign?
Like you never
I've never asked something like that before. What man says is true. If it happens, it happens.
Okay.
I'm not going to question why you're doing it.
Yeah.
In my view, the whole logistics behind it is just a headache.
Could be lah. It must be a headache to know and everything lah.
Yeah. Because the whole logistics of if you're going to get married to this foreigner, the whole logistics of it is going to be very messy also.
Oh, very bro. Yeah, man. A lot goes into it.
That's the only thing I think of when I see my friends or my relatives marry a foreigner. Yeah, you have to go to here to register, you have to go there, register, you have to go back and forth, There's the whole money spent.
Yeah, correct. It's more of the logistics.
That's where the height of where I think
when you stop it lah.
I don't think of anything else lah.
I think for me, okay lah. For me, I have friends who are dating foreigners. My cousin is dating a foreigner. My family members is married to one. I think it goes back to how we male just want someone to, boost our ego, our pride, give us the respect that as a man, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to be your partner. I'm going to be someone who's going to lead the family, and I want someone who will follow me and push me up to lead. You see? I guess that is how, in one way, and just in my own point of view, like Singaporean male sees it that way. They can never get that in a local girl. They can get that in a foreigner. So, with all this point of view, with all these points, they will feel like, yeah, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to be the man of the house. So, I have that level of respect. you know. But it's a vice versa thing lah. I guess, you know, of course foreigners also think like how local people would think, like, you know, I want someone who can take care of me, and that one, you know, I don't need, you know, but I also want to be independent. So it goes vice versa. You also need.
There's many levels or many crossroads that might, you know, just from what you're saying is one point of view. There might be other men or Singaporean men who thinks, oh, I just want to be in a comfortable relationship.
Okay.
I want to be in a no-nonsense relationship. You know, that kind of thing. So there's many factors.
So they don't think like, you know, they just want a comfortable relationship. They don't think it's going to be with a foreigner or local. It can be anyone lah.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone lah. Yeah lah.
But what kind of comfortability are you looking for? I mean, like, again, we question ourselves, kan? Some people are aiming for a wife who is more of demure kind, like somebody who would listen to her husband. Ladylike, housewife, very traditional. Yeah.
Traditional.
And then some men would prefer that that woman be very independent, because I want to be independent as well. But then there's some men who totally doesn't care. Whatever comes, I just accept.
Yeah.
Right? So then again, is the taste of what this individualistic man wants lah.
Yeah.
For me, in what I want in a relationship is, of course, the comfortability. If you can communicate with a person and you can just click that way, then I think that's the start of a very beautiful relationship already. Because it will blooms into, you know, caring for each other, share finances, or work together and all this stuff.
I think the most important is working together lah.
Yeah.
Working together in everything that, you know, that comes your way.
Of course.
Because, you know, I guess, not saying that, you know, local, you know, but sometimes if the problem lies with you, right? There's a problem that lies with you. They expect you to go solve it yourself. They won't hold your hand and solve it together. You know, in my point of view lah, that's what I think lah. But, you know, with my current partner, you know, I don't solve things on my own. We do it together and we will solve it together. So it's more of a working together type of relationship, so that people, I guess, want lah. They do not want to just, you know, like, okay, your problem, right? You handle yourself for what, sir? You know, like at work, like your boss throw you work, right? You handle yourself. I guess people don't want that.
But that's the thing, right? You can also find that in local women, right?
I guess you can, but I won't say all of them lah.
Yeah, I mean,
I won't say all of them.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss, basically.
Yeah. So, but to find that one, right, I guess in this current time, in this current generation, it's very hard. Yeah, it's very hard because we men would want to, you know, have someone who be there with you for every thick and thin of whatever you have. You know, you don't want to like, you know, everything I solve. You can lah if you are like the type where you are an alpha male. If you are an alpha male, of course, you can do everything on your own. You know, and then your wife just support you lah. But some guys like me, we want someone to be with someone who, you know, rather than I take control of the situation, why not both of us take control of the situation and try to solve it together?
Right.
Yeah. So I guess it plays on who and what they want lah. You see, but at the end of the day, I would like to say, no matter what, I will still choose my partner lah.
But then if that's the definition of things, right? So there's no differences between whether you're dating a foreigner or local lah.
Exactly. So, okay. The topic here, right, is why Singaporean men choose foreigners as romantic partners. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing you just said could be a personality in a local woman as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
So
maybe, I guess, we were not lucky enough to be with that.
Correct. Or either you didn't expand or basically search far enough throughout the whole of Singapore to find that kind of girl, right? That kind of thing.
Or maybe, that's the thing. Like, I did find, but the girl wasn't interested.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's a perchance thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a question whether this personality is foreigner, this personality is local, because both foreigners and locals can have the same personalities no matter what.
Maybe there is a certain difference, but
maybe a small difference, yes.
Yeah.
But then it is still considered as the same personality, bro.
If you right now whatever we putting out in terms of our perspective is, again, it's man perspective. We don't have a woman to balance it, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So sorry about the other gender. Okay, I'm sorry. Very. But the point is, right now, we cannot speak on behalf of our female audiences.
Correct.
Yeah.
But we dated women, and we kind of understand. You married into one, and he's about to marry into one. I'm dating a woman, but we can kind of like how you call it, estimates maybe what they are looking for in terms of companionship. It's something that can be very secure for them, you know. So for like what Qhai mentioned previously, women look for relationship in terms of emotional values, right?
Yeah.
Men look for relationship into more on a logical sense. Yeah, like, okay, I need somebody to support my family while I'm away looking for food. Then I'm working.
But I guess that type of thinking is more of like the very traditional type of thinking where male go to work and the female go to work.
Yeah, but it's still applicable to this day. It's rare to find any male who got married who don't work.
Yeah, that's true. But
you can still find female who's still a housewife. but you cannot find a male.
It's very rare.
It's very rare to find a house husband.
Yeah.
So
but also nowadays in Singapore, I guess in the current generation, female with all this like feminism and all that stuff, you know.
Oh, you're going to rabbit hole.
No, but then no, all that stuff lah. You know, I won't go into it, but like, you know, they listen, they watch and all that stuff. They would rather be someone who go out to work also. They do not want to be a housewife where they just sit at home and take care of their families.
Because we have reached in a certain point, society have reached in a point where both husband and wife are educated. In the olden days, usually, let's put it this way. The male, even though some of them are not educated, it's a natural sense that the male will look for a job. Okay. But then female, most of the time in the past, the visual perspective is to stay at home, look after the family, look after the finances, look after the money and all that, right?
Yeah.
While the male search for money to bring back home.
Yeah.
So that's the typical concept. And it has been like that since the ancient time. Only recently, when society has advanced so much that for a single male to support the family,
it's not enough.
I guess only in
this
only contemporary society.
In this
also the same.
It's everywhere now, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you talk about, let's talk about global south, which is third world countries. Maybe if you talk about countries like developing countries like Thailand and all that, where people are still living in the village. I'm not saying Thailand is a very undeveloped country. I'm saying that in a developing country, there will be men who work in a higher post, whether it's locally or not locally, but men are still considered as the main breadwinner of the family as compared to what it is today. Then today, in a sense, I realize both women and men, they can wear the pants at home. Yeah, because they have to find money for family. Yeah, and also there's a high rate of divorcing. So both parties need to prepare themselves in case of this kind of things happen. You know,
I think it could be.
There's possibilities. I'm not saying it's a definite.
There's definite, answers to that lah.
Yeah.
So going back,
but again, what's your preference?
No, that's the thing, I think this topic is more on preference.
Yeah, we have
personality.
We have sidetracked into a very deep end already.
So never mind. The topic can sidetrack. So just listen, okay?
Okay, in my view, if we look into the question very, very carefully, word for word, why do Singaporean men choose foreign romantic partners? One, because they work in the same space. we have now so many foreigners or migrants who are now working in Singapore, male and female, that they are part of Singapore.
Okay, that's true.
Okay, it could be because they're working at the same space, they met at a party or whatever, or make mutual friends and all that, right? It could be that way because you just met. They met, they like each other, they can communicate, they go into a relationship. So local and foreigner can go the other way for women as well. They might want to, they left the country to work in Singapore. They find Singapore good or nice to stay in. They find a local man to stay so that she can continue living in Singapore. So that could be the very word for word explanation of the question.
I guess there's one more thing that to tell you all. You know, one of my friend told me this. Why Singaporean men would like to go for a foreign. Yeah. It's called Sambu for life, Siambu for wife. So only those who know will know. So yeah, maybe that is one of the reasons too.
What the?
You know?
That is a concept. That is a concept. A very, very low concept.
So, you know, no judgment on guys who go for that, but well, it's good.
No, but the funny thing, I think we all don't dare to retouch the sensitive topic yet. I'm gonna try and just shoot. I think most guys would prefer a woman who are independent, which is true. But also, in a sense, when the woman needs that person's help, that the woman will refer to her husband as the main go-to for assistance. So that in a way make the man feel like, okay, my wife still needs me, even though she has a very good career.
Yeah.
So from the girls or my friends that I know who married, who already married, whether foreigner or locally, they always say that sometimes they play a trick. They make the guy feel like they are helpless. You know, it's not trying to say that they are helpless. No, their earnings like 4 digits to 5 digits.
Okay.
You know, but what they're trying to do is to give comfortability to say that, hey, you're my husband. Take care of me. You know?
That feeling like,
that
okay,
feeling.
I'm your, you know, I want my husband to take care of me rather than, you know, I just can take care of myself.
Yeah.
Even though they can do that. You know?
They can do that.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why some of Singaporeans also, men, they prefer that kind of mentality of women. So if you go, I'm just going to say it. If you go to a developing country, you still can find that kind of mentality, which is way easier than women who are living in contemporary society. Because contemporary society women, they have built a certain level.
Their level is really, it's on another level.
It's on a different level where it's almost a match to the men.
Yes.
It's not above the men.
It's not above, correct.
Yeah, so sometimes men feels a bit like, you know,
Yeah, like,
alamak, my wife is
like this.
Wow, my wife holding a higher pose.
Then they feel like
A bit pressure.
The self-esteem is drop lah. Confirm.
Lembik lah.
Macam mana you know, that type of thing lah.
Lembik. Alamak, aku ni macam apa lah.
Ni aku gini lah.
So that kind of whining period.
Yeah.
But then when the female acted that role of like, oh, I'm a damsel in distress, they get a, I will just say, they'll get a bit turned on. Like, oh, okay, I can help you. With the red Superman under anytime for my wife.
Understand. Yeah. I think that is the thing that, you know, I wanted to tell lah, like we Singaporean men who want, okay, not all of them, but you know, some of them or most of them who want someone who comes to you when they are in need of help. You know, they don't want like you are in a relationship and then like, you know, like I say like she has a problem, she handle it alone, and then you feel like, then aku kat sini buat apa? Aku kan, I'm your boyfriend, what? I'm your partner. I should be helping you too, you know. So it's more of that thinking lah, I guess, that, you know, Singaporean men, you know, I'm not just saying for Singaporean men lah, maybe for Singaporean female also they think that way too. So maybe they get it from a different a different type of nationality lah, not a local person lah. I guess that's why lah. I guess that's why they rather choose them lah.
Okay, so I understand. Let's get into research.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
So according to the Independent Singapore News, and this is the statistics from 2022, 33% of the citizens in Singapore, 33% of the citizens in Singapore married a foreigner. Okay,
In 2023.
2022,
2022 or 2023?
2022,
Okay.
which is 29% higher than in 2021.
Damn, son. Means
Wait. Yeah, there's more. And majority are men.
But then that's where I come where my expression comes in again, right? Where in a society where there are locals and foreigners who are mixed together in one melding pot and anything can happen, right?
yeah, that's true.
And this is interesting. About 1 in 6 citizens in Singapore is based on inter-ethnic marriages. Not even foreigners marriages, inter-ethnic, interracial. Yeah.
Interracial.
Yeah.
Interracial lah.
Yeah.
Like
Like Indian, Chinese, Malay, Chinese.
Malay Chinese,
Yeah. Malay, Indian.
white man and black African American lady. That's interracial too, right?
Yeah.
in like, you know,
We are talking about BBC.
Yeah.
Let's stick with acronyms.
if
you know, you know.
it's like, you know, like ABG with a white man or ABG with a Javanese guy, like, you know, Sudarman, yeah. If you all know what's ABG, you all should know lah. I won't say it lah. Yeah.
If you know, you know. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it as that, okay?
So what else did you find on your research?
Wait. Hold on. That's a quick one. When you talk about male citizens, right? Male marriages to PR. In 2022, 1,687 couples are based on that, I think.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. I think the groom married the bride. 1,687 consider male from the groom side.
Okay, then the female is from
Overseas. As compared to the PR and brides as citizens in Singapore, 683 in 2022.
But if you say PR, right, it's also considered the foreigner, right?
PR is considered foreigner.
Yeah. So basically,
Foreigner.
they are marrying a foreigner too lah.
It is a foreigner. Yeah. So they divide further into non-resident and PR lah. So non-resident, still male is the highest. Non-resident, male is at 4,120.
Wow.
For female, non-resident, 1,740.
Okay.
It's so big.
The difference is there. You
yeah.
can see it. Yeah. So,
And
what
this-
does it goes to say, yeah?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Theoretically.
Okay, I have friends who come and tell me, Qhai, I'm tired of this Singaporean woman.
Okay.
I just want to find a foreign. So that's where it comes to play also.
Yeah.
But then that is to each his own preference. Yeah, that's true. I have a lot of friends who tell me, Qhai, benar asal perempuan Melayu je semua.
Oh. So we won't go there. But you know, that is according to Abang Sky friends. And maybe some
Many of my friends.
and some of the men here in Singapore. But yeah, maybe they just get tired and then they wanted something new, so they want to venture out and try to date foreigners lah. You know, there's nothing wrong.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong.
There's
with
nothing
that.
wrong. It's just
It's
that,
their preference.
their preference, you know.
But at the end of the day, right, I think it's still a positive thing and it's not a negative thing. Because like, I also agree, when you're working in the industry, when you're working in CBD area, especially if you're working with clientele, right, you can really interact with foreigners.
Yeah.
Your boss can be from Greece, your colleague can be from Japan,
Or China. wherever lah.
even the nearest states like Philippines and all that. And there are bound to be certain points in life that you encounter these people and you might fall in love with them.
Exactly.
So again, it's all about building the nation, right?
Yeah.
So, let's summarize for this topic. For me, in my own opinion, why Singaporeans choose foreigners, at the end of the day, it still goes back to the point where I think, like what Abang Qhai say, I guess we got tired of dating locals and we wanted to try, our preferences change. And then you met someone overseas and then you realize that, this is a new, breath of air. So that's why they go for it and it lasts. So I think that's my point of view lah. That's my opinion lah. So we can go to and see what Abang Boy summarize point is and Abang Qhai.
Okay, I think it was again an interesting topic. We both kind of have something similar in terms of perspective and not. But I feel it's very controversial because we cannot make an exact statement as to why we men, because we are speaking in a man perspective, why we men actually decide to marry foreigners or locals. But what I can say is that if maybe there's a possibility that sometimes you just cannot find what you want, but you can find what you want in a different society. It can be a different race or different religion. And maybe that's the one that you think it fits for you. It fits for you. If that's what's role for you, then go for it lah. So to me, at the end of the day, be with a person that you know that you can trust and care for. And that person can give you the same. Simple. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Makan kacang.
Yeah, honestly, I can't really say. I can't really say much in this topic because as I said before, I only text dated.
Okay.
But there's nothing wrong with getting together with foreigners. There's nothing wrong getting together with locals. I'm married to a local. Shout out to my amazing wife Farzana and my little girl, who's 1.5 years now.
Anya.
Good. So there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you guys can communicate, if you guys can fill each other's lives with happiness, right? I think it doesn't matter whether it's local or foreigner.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, as long as you found someone who is either local or foreigner and you have a connection and whatever, and then good for you. That's your jodoh. Enjoy your life together. So yeah, I think that's all for our topic today. Thank you for listening. Please do like, subscribe, and follow us on our social media. And we will see you in the next episode, which is gonna be a special one. Before we go, I would like to pass it off to Abang Boy and Abang Qhai to say a little word before we go.
Okay, so thank you for having us here. This is a show that we partner up together with 2SM 1LBG, organized by Wahab here, my cousin. And if you have any videography projects that you want us to work on, just contact Just Sensing and drop us a DM and we will definitely get back to you. So follow us on our social media as well. Thank you.
So, we see you again next week. Bye-bye.
One love.